Rise and shine, the day's begun. Feel the glow of the morning sun. At Bodhisudia, our hearts align. Sacred service in bed is divine. Oh, Sunday morning, let's break the gray. Shake the dust and light the way. Clear the energy, make it bright. Start the week off, oh so right. Bed's a temple, soft and true.
Hello guys, happy Sunday. This is probably going to be late. I'm going to put this at the beginning of Sunday service. As I said, I'm super far behind because thank you to everybody who placed orders and did pay it forward and responded about your experience with animals and energy and blah blah blah. And then of course I had to get sick, so I'm super far behind, but I don't want to miss this energy for people who need it. Because this does line up with like wrapping up the whole transformational 2025 thing. So I want to talk briefly about winter solstice, and then we'll get into clearing and the Sunday service and everything, because this is actually a really important energetic turning point, especially if you've been struggling with love or money. Solstice is the darkest point of the year, and then quietly the light starts to return. That's the whole purpose of the summer solstice. This isn't hustle energy. This isn't manifest harder energy. This is release and reset in preparation for the next stage. Does that make sense? And if you're being honest with yourself, if love feels stuck or money feels stressful or you keep looping in the same patterns, this is usually the moment where something has to be let go before anything new can come in. So for the solstice, I created a few focused offerings specifically around love and money because let's be real, those are the two areas most people are feeling the pressure in right now. And I can only take a few. I'm thinking maybe 5 because again, it's Sunday, which I'm usually not doing sessions, and I'm so far behind on reports already. But I don't want to skip it for the people who have been doing the work and are about to cross that threshold. I want to be able to use this energy. I also put together some simple DIY at-home solstice things you can do. Nothing complicated, nothing expensive. You don't have to go buy things. Just grounded ways to release, old patterns and reset your energy as we move into this next season. So even if you don't do a session, please take the opportunity, use this energy. It's important. So if you're feeling called to do something intentional this week, whether that's a love reset, a money reset, or both, I will be sending an email, and I guess I'll leave something in the description box. And if nothing else, I really encourage you, slow down, rest your nervous system, and just kind of ask yourself honestly, what am I being asked to release so that I can move forward? Winter is not about forcing. This solstice is not about forcing, and that's the energy we've been in all this week. It's no longer be on the grind and do the work. It's like sit back, recalibrate, think clearly. Do you know what I mean? It's about clearing the way. All right, let's get back to Sunday service. Hello guys, happy Sunday. It's Sunday again. The weeks are flying by. I am taking the weekend to try to catch up on all these reports. I am so grateful to you guys doing the pay it forwards, and you guys have really overwhelmed me in the best possible way. I mean, I'm overwhelmed with reports, but in the best possible way. So many people have responded and answered questions about animals, and thank you so much. But I am working on the reports. All right, let's just take a breath. Breathe in through the nose and let it out your mouth. Let's get calm. Let's get centered. Just take these few minutes for yourself. Be present. Put your feet on the floor. Or if you're sitting down, melt into what you're sitting on. All right. If you are sensitive to sound, please turn your volume down for just a couple seconds. We're going to shake up the energy. All right, guys, let's take a deep inhale through the nose and blow it out the mouth. Really quick. Do some box breathing. Inhale deep through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. And blow it out the mouth. And hold. Again, in through the nose, breathing in the light. Hold it. And blow out anything toxic. And hold. Last one, make it good. In through the nose, deep, deep. Breathing in the light. Hold it. Let the toxic energy gather. And blow it all out of your mouth. And hold. All right. Now we're going to imagine a wave coming down from the sky. Golden light. It washes over our entire body, takes all the toxic stuff out of our energetic field, takes it down to the ground for us. Thank you, Mother Earth. And now it enters through the top of your head, just a wave, a light wave that's like relaxing everything. It's relaxing your mind. And it's going down the back of your head and relaxing the back of your head, sides of your head and your ears. Just a gentle wave, nice and warm. Then it starts relaxing your forehead and your eyes, your nose, and your cheeks, down to your jaw. It's relaxing the jaw. And down the front of your neck, and the sides of your neck, and the back of your neck. And it continues down your upper back, and your chest, and your shoulders, and down your arms, and your hands and fingers. And it continues down your stomach, and your lower back, and your sides, and down your butt, and your hips, and your thighs. Just a nice wave, relaxing everything, going down your legs, your knees, your lower legs and ankles, feet and toes. Everything's relaxing. Stretch and move if you need to, if that helps relax it. Lets it get in all the muscles and pores, cells. Ooh, I'll just sit here for 1 minute and just kind of glow in this light and feel relaxed and centered and present. If you only do this once a week when we do Sunday service, please get it done. All right, we're going to visualize our protective bubble around our entire auric field. Remember, your energy field is a lot bigger than it used to be. So stretch it out if you need to. And it only lets in things that are aligned with us. It blocks out all the negativity, all the projection and envy and blah, blah, blah. Blocks all of that. Just take a minute and sit here with the glow in you and the protective bubble. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Okay, this week is a little heavy, but necessary because, like I said, we are coming to the end of all this transformational 2025 stuff. And like I keep saying, it doesn't mean on New Year's it's going to end, but we're wrapping up. We're wrapping it up. And you may notice, things still will feel tight, feel heavy. You'll feel a lot of envy and projection. But then it's not constant. I'm not experiencing it like I have all of 2025. I'll feel it, it's heavy, and then there's light. It's like up, down, up, down. That's totally normal. We're wrapping this up, and the more you have taken this year to do the work, to release the stuff you need to release, to get the perspective you're supposed to get, all that stuff, the lighter things are going to start getting here. But again, we're at the end, so we've got to wrap this up. So we're going to talk about some of the stuff my guides are saying we need to deal with. Okay, so let's talk honestly for a minute. A lot of people are walking around exhausted, irritated, disconnected, and maybe even quietly resentful. And they can't quite put their finger on why. So Here it is plainly. We're living in an era of extreme self-focus, and it's draining everyone. Not because self-care is bad, not because boundaries are wrong, but because somewhere along the way, self-awareness turned into self-absorption. Everyone is asking, how does this affect me? What do I get out of this? Why isn't anyone showing up for me? Very few are asking, like, what energy am I bringing into a space? What am I contributing? Am I regulated or am I leaking onto others? Which is why I'm always lecturing, like, if you're not in a good space, don't pass that on to people. Clear yourself, take the time you need to clear your energy, and then go back into the world. It's okay. Here's the part that people don't like hearing. When everyone is only tending to themselves, the collective becomes more fragile. That's why interactions feel sharper. That's why small things turn into big conflicts. That's why empathy feels rare. That's why people feel unseen, even while being constantly visible. Pay attention to this. The energetic truth is, energy doesn't just respond to your needs. It responds to your state. So if you're constantly dysregulated, defensive, waiting to be filled by others, then life starts reflecting that back as delays, disappointment, feeling unsupported, emotional exhaustion, not as punishment, but as feedback. The shift that changes everything is to get out of this space of take more, demand more, protect yourself harder. Become someone who can hold themselves first without needing other people to carry the weight for you. That's maturity. That's energetic sovereignty. That's the next level. When you stop leaking your stress into every interaction, when you stop expecting people to regulate your emotions, when you stop outsourcing your stability, something very subtle but powerful happens. Life meets you with less resistance. People feel safer around you. Opportunities flow more easily. Not because you're doing more, but because you're cleaner energetically. So, if you're still struggling, pause here. If you're noticing that the same issues keep showing up with relationships, money, housing, work, support, there are two questions that matter more than anything else right now. Not why is this happening to me, not who's doing this to me. It's these two. The first one is, ask yourself, am I sending out negative or chaotic energy and expecting good energy in return? That doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you might be tired, dysregulated, resentful, or just operating in survival mode, which a lot of us have been doing. Energy doesn't just respond to intent, it responds to your energetic state. If you're moving through the world defensive and angry, exhausted, or like bracing for impact, then even when you want good things, the signal you're broadcasting is something is wrong. So life answers that signal every time. So if you ask yourself that, and you're not somebody who's out projecting bad onto people and expecting good, then ask yourself this. Am I being pushed to release something so I can reach my next level? This is the one people resist all the time. Sometimes what feels like everything falling apart is actually outdated relationships losing their grip. Old coping mechanisms becoming unsustainable. Or like familiar but limited structures collapsing. Not because you failed, but because you outgrew them. So if something keeps breaking, blocking, or draining you, it's often because it can't come with you where you're going. I'm going to put in the description box an exercise to do. You just take 10 minutes to yourself sometime this week. Grab a notebook or your phone and answer these questions. No judgment, but just be honest, okay? The first one, and again, I'll have it in the description box. So the first thing we're going to do is an energy inventory. So you're going to want to write down, what emotions have I been leading with lately? And the next one is, how do I usually feel right before something goes wrong? And the last one, am I expecting relief to come from outside of me? Just ask, don't fix it. Just checking. Then the next thing we're going to do is a release scan. So you're going to ask yourself, what am I holding on to out of fear? And then, what would I lose if I let this go? Last one, what part of my life feels heavy, repetitive, or expired? If something comes up more than once, pay attention. All right? The last part. This is the small recalibration. So choose one thing this week. One boundary, one pause before reacting, one expectation that you soften, one habit you release. Not everything, just one. Pick one. That's enough to shift your signal. Growth doesn't always feel like expansion. Sometimes it feels like contraction before a breakthrough. If things feel uncomfortable or uncertain, it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It may mean you're being prepared for something sturdier or cleaner, more aligned. And that process requires honesty, not force. It's super important right now that we regulate our own emotions and our own energy, because we are having so much projected at us. Okay? So if we're dysregulated and we've got people projecting their shit onto us, of course we feel out of control. But the only thing you can control right now is yourself. Right? So I keep getting we're wrapping this up. This is the thing we have to work on. I'll put this in the description box too, but I was getting to start a practice before you. Okay, so when people are projecting their junk onto you and we're having problems with other people, before you speak or text or post or react or whatever, ask yourself, am I grounded right now, or am I looking to be held? Am I looking for a reaction? Am I looking for feedback? If you're looking for that, pause, breathe, and ground yourself first. Then engage. Don't just react. That single pause will save you energy. It will save relationships. It will save regret. You don't need to harden. You don't need to isolate. And you don't need to become selfish to survive. You need to become self-contained. And that changes everything. Okay, I don't know who this is for, but somebody's about to meet somebody, their person. I feel heavy earth energy, but I want to say Virgo. But it doesn't have to be. But something about a watch or some kind of braid. The focus is on something around the wrist, a really nice watch or a really unique bracelet or facial hair. And spending a lot of time I'm seeing reflection coming from water, sunny by the ocean or something.